Hello everybody and welcome to the second preview of the 2021-22 season. For this one, it's Hull City versus Wigan Athletic in the Carabao Cup first round. Match details there on screen for you at the MKM Stadium on the 10th of August 2021, 7:45pm kickoff UK time. To watch or more like listen to the game in the UK, I follow Tigers audio for £2.50 is the way to go in this Carabao Cup first round tie. On to the team news then. If this is a bit lispy, I've got my retainers in. That's why. So, Grant McCann is expected to make changes to his side for the first home game of the new season as Hull City welcome Wigan Athletic to the MKM Stadium in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Callum Elder, thigh, was rated as touch and go by Grant McCann for the 4-1 win against Preston North End on Saturday, with the Australian fullback not being risked. McCann explained after the final pre-season friendly against Manchester United under-23s that Elder would definitely be fit to face QPR on Saturday, 14th of August. Ryan Longman is added to the list of players made unavailable due to COVID-related issues. This list also includes Randall Williams, Thomas Mayer and Sean McLaughlin. Williams and Mayer shouldn't be too far away from the end of their respective isolation periods and therefore shouldn't be too far away from a return to action, bearing on, of course, how COVID has affected them. Yeah. And Sean McLaughlin as well, in case you're wondering, he was ill. That's why he missed the last pre-season game against Man United under-23s. He was awaiting a COVID test on the day of that game, and we can assume now by the fact that McCann said he's out for COVID-related issues, he was sadly positive. Harvey Cartwright, who tested positive for COVID-19 in pre-season, was in the matchday squad for the trip to Deepdale. The young Englishman played the role of third-choice goalkeeper, as he will do for most of this season. George Honeyman ankle remains absent until mid-September. For Ref Watch, at time of recording, which is 20 to 9 on the Sunday, this is going out on the Monday, the EFL have not released who the referees are going to be for any of the games. So if I find out the information before this preview goes live, I'll pop it as a pinned comment. If not, you're going to have to do without. Or if someone else comments it, your comment will be pinned. On to stats then. These are taken from our last game against Preston. We had 16 shots against Preston. Of those 16, 5 were on target. Hull City had 52% of possession. Hull City committed 6 fouls. The Tigers made 11 tackles. City won 45% of aerial duels in the game. City made 463 passes in the game with a pass accuracy of 81%. And I mentioned this in my match reaction video that came out on Sunday. Andy Cannon's debut goal is the first goal scored by a player on their Hull City debut since Alfred and Dye did it. Hull City 2, Liverpool 0, 4th of February 2017 at what was then the KCOM Stadium. Stats continued looking ahead to the Wigan game then. In previous encounters with Wigan, Hull City have won 9, drawn 7 and lost 11. Since January 2010 in games involving these two sides, 41 goals have been scored cumulatively by both teams. In Hull City's last 5 games versus Wigan, Hull City have won 3 times. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. The one loss of those 5 is the biggest defeat in Championship history. Wigan 8, Hull 0, 14th of July 2020 in the DW Stadium. And Hull City's last win against Wigan came in May 2021, 3-1 win at what was then the KCOM Stadium, and this win gave Hull City the League One title. What do I think then? I personally wouldn't risk Callum Elder. We missed him down the left-hand side in the first half versus Preston, and I'd keep him safe for Saturday. Maybe give him 15-20 minutes for a bit of match sharpness. Because if McCann's so certain he's going to be fit, why would you want to jeopardise that? Give him that 15-20 minutes, match sharpness, get him some minutes. If McCann's certain he's going to be match fit for then, just give him that time, sorted, bring him in against QPR, and he can do what he usually does down that left-hand side. I'm expecting some youngsters to feature. In my opinion, Baxter and Bernard will make their debuts. Matt Smith looked lively when he came on against Preston, as did Andy Cannon. And Tom Eaves' back heel assist was stuff of Lionel Messi calibre. He should be the one leaving Barcelona and moving to PSG. On to head-to-head battles now then. For City, Tom Eaves will have to get past our old mate from Portsmouth, Jack Watmough. How he was our saviour. How he was effectively a Hull City player against us when we travelled to Fratton Park last year and won 4-0. And Deshaun Bernard will have to protect whoever's in goal, probably Nathan Baxter, from the threats of Charlie Wyke. Current form then, we won our last game. Wigan lost theirs, that's all there really is. All the table stuff at the bottom, we're in 2 different leagues. So just, yeah. Onto the league table now then, and you can see there that we are at the top of the tree. I really shouldn't have changed this table graphic from what it was left as last season. I should have just left Hull City at the top, because that would have been much less work for me. But yeah, 6 teams tasting victory on the opening few days. Us, Luton, Stoke, Blackburn, Coventry and Birmingham. Therefore, 6 teams tasting defeat. Reading, Nottingham Forest, Swansea, Sheffield United, Preston and Peterborough. West Brom, Bournemouth, Barnsley, Blackpool, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Bristol City, Cardiff City, Derby County, Fulham and Queen's Park Rangers all playing out draws in their opening day fixtures. And that is your league statistics screen summarised. We're not going to do any of the top scorers, best defences yet because, when I first made this graphic, not everyone had played. And it's too late in the day for me to update that, I think. And we're not going to do the home and away records because not everyone has played a home and away game yet. But nobody scored more than 1 goal individually on the opening days. There was 29 players who scored across 18 clubs, all bagging a goal each. Fred Onyedinma for Luton and Tommy Smith for Luton and Stoke respectively, all bagged 2 assists each. And then 18 players spread across 14 clubs all had 1 assist between, 1 assist each. On to around the grounds and in the Carabao Cup first round. We've got a bit of a mix-up here today because some games have already happened. Kick-off times are absolutely all over the shop. So I was constantly checking myself as I was going through doing these next few graphics for you, just to make sure I've got everything right. So in the games that have already been played on Saturday the 31st of July, Bournemouth beat MK Dons 5-0. On Sunday the 1st of August, Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield played out a 0-0 draw in 90 minutes, and Huddersfield won 4-2 on penalties. So on Tuesday the 10th of August, 7pm kickoffs are Cardiff City versus Sutton United and Hartlepool versus Crewe Alexandra. The only 7:30 kickoff is Crawley Town versus Gillingham. The 7:45 kickoffs are Barrow versus Scunthorpe United, Birmingham City versus Colchester United, Blackburn Rovers versus Morecambe, Bristol Rovers versus Cheltenham Town, Cambridge United versus Swindon Town, Charlton Athletic versus AFC Wimbledon, Derby County versus Salford City, Exeter City versus Wycombe Wanderers, Forest Green Rovers versus Bristol City, Harrogate Town versus Rochdale, Ipswich Town versus Newport County, Mansfield versus Preston, Millwall versus Portsmouth, Oldham Athletic welcome Tranmere Rovers, Plymouth Argyle travel to London Road to face Peterborough United, Sunderland travel to Port Vale, Sheffield United welcome Carlisle United, Shrewsbury Town face Lincoln City in an all-League One tie, Stevenage face Luton Town, Stoke City versus Fleetwood Town, Walsall face Doncaster Rovers, and in the 2 8 o'clock kickoffs, Bolton Wanderers play Barnsley and Reading welcome Swansea City to the Select Car Leasing Stadium. The Select Leasing Car Stadium, one of them. And then on Wednesday, the 11th of August, all 7:45 kickoffs. Blackpool face Middlesbrough, Burton Albion face Oxford United, Coventry City face Northampton Town, Leyton Orient face Queen's Park Rangers, and Nottingham Forest face Bradford City at the City Ground. Memorable match 14th of July 2020 at the DW Stadium. Wigan beat Hull City 8-0, don't care. On to last time out then, on the 1st of May 2021 at the KCOM Stadium. Hull City 3, Wigan Athletic 1. Goals from Keane Lewis-Potter, George Honeyman and Josh McGuinness gave Hull City the League One title. And that is why we are sitting at the top of the Championship table right this very moment. And that is the record between Hull City and Wigan Athletic, with the first game in October 1981. So you can have a look through all of that if you would so please. On to shared shirts now. Then we've got David Marshall today. I think he was my Wigan one in all last year. But I've changed the images. You proud of me? That's because I lost the other one, so I had to find more. Anyway, he signed for us in 2016. He was with us until 2019. 67 appearances, no goals because he's a goalie. He left us, joined Wigan. He was there for a season. In 38 games, scored none. Obviously, because he's a goalie. On to my predicted 11 now then in Grant McCann's 4-3-3 formation. In goal, making his debut, is Nathan Baxter. The back four is at right back, Josh Emmanuel. The two centre-backs are making his debut, Deshaun Bernard. And alongside him is Andy Smith, who I think will take the captain's armband for this one, as he did it in pre-season. At left back is Brandon Fleming. In central midfield, there is Andy Cannon making his first start for the club, Matt Smith making his first start for the club, and Ollie Green making his first senior appearance that isn't a pre-season game for the club. On the right is Mallik Wilks. I think he'll stay in there for a bit of match sharpness because he's missed all the pre-season and he's fully fit. So I think Grant will just give him a run out. It would be Ryan Longman in there, I do think. However, COVID. On the left, I've got James Scott. And up top, the Jungle Cat, the back heel assist master himself, Tom Eaves. On to the bench then. We've got Harvey Cartwright, Callum Elder, Greg Docherty, Keane Lewis-Potter, Josh McGuinness, Harry Wood, and Jake Leake. That is your team in picture form, ladies and gents, and that is your team laid out on the pitch. Moving on to my predicted score now then. Do I think that we will get the win? Yes, I do. I think it'll be a 2-0 Hull City victory against Wigan. Thank you very much for watching this preview, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please do drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow for the first home match day vlog of the season. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.